Hello, friends. I have a great short practice for you today, some seated stretches for sciatica. I had a viewer contact me about some seated stretches. I have another video on my channel for stretches for sciatica, but we're on the floor. And the viewer said it's hard for them to get up and down off the floor and requested a video for some seated ones. So here I am to show you some seated ones. Now, sciatica can come from a lot of different things. It can be a misalignment of your spine. So always check with your doctor to see if you need something more than just some stretches. But if you're just looking for some stretches for sciatica, this is the place for it. We're going to work on some stretches for our low back. We're going to work on stretches for the hips and the legs. We're going to kind of strengthen and stretch the legs. The sciatica nerve is a nerve that starts in your low back and it runs through the pelvis and through the buttocks, and then it branches off and goes down each leg. So you might have sciatic pain. You might have a pain that runs down your leg. We're also going to work on the piriformis muscle. So the piriformis muscle is a short, flat muscle that attaches from our sacrum, the last 5 vertebrae of our spinal cord, to the greater trochanter. That's the bump on your femur bone. And so it's this little flat muscle in the glutes here that goes from your sacrum across, and it attaches there, and it can get very tight. Now that sciatic nerve that I just talked about runs underneath that. So when that piriformis muscle gets tight, it can compress or push on that sciatic nerve, causing it pain. So we're going to work on stretching all of that. So all you need is a chair, and we're going to get started. So I want you to sit forward on the chair. So I'm going to turn my chair this way a little, just so you can see how I'm sitting. So I'm forward on my chair. My back is away from the back of the chair. We're going to start with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. So your knees are over your ankles. Your legs are like in a 90-degree angle. We're going to start with the stretch for our low back. So we're going to bring our palms or our hands, best you can, to your low back on each side. And we're just going to kind of press the low back down, lengthening it, and just lift the chest. So just a nice stretch for your low back. And just breathe. Just do the best you can, a nice little stretch, but don't hold your breath. Breathe. Good. Inhale and exhale. We're going to come out of this stretch. So bring the hands forward onto your thighs. We're going to go into a twist on each side. So we're going to sit tall. It's just a gentle twist. Keep your spine long. Don't round the spine. So we're going to inhale. And as you exhale, turn to your right. So I bring my hand to the back or the side of the chair, but you can hold the leg or the seat. We're going to inhale, come forward. And then we're going to exhale, we're going to turn to our left. So just a gentle little twist. Your hips stay forward. Let's inhale and come forward. We'll do that 2 more times on each side. Exhale, turn to your right. We're going to inhale, come to center. Exhale, turn to your left. Inhale, come to center. 1 more time on each side. Exhale, turn to your right. Inhale to center, and exhale, turn to your left. And inhale, come to center. We're going to start with some ankle circles. So stretch that right leg out. We're going to do all of these. We're going to do a little flow on the right side, then we'll switch to the left. So we're going to stretch that right leg out, and we're just going to kind of circle our right ankle in one direction. You can hold on to the chair if you need. Circle in the opposite direction. You're trying to keep your spine nice and tall. Good. And then we're going to lower that heel down. Your toes are going to point up towards the ceiling. You're going to have your hands on your thighs. The spine stays nice and tall. No rounding, no slumping. Important. So sit nice and tall. We're going to exhale and we're going to hinge forward, but don't round. You're going to feel a stretch on the back of the leg. Inhale, sit back up. We'll do 2 more of those. Exhale, hinge. Keep your shoulders back. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hinge forward from the hips, no rounding of the spine. And inhale, come up. Let's bring that right foot to the floor. We're going to go into a figure 4 pose. So for some of you, you might just cross your right ankle over the left and just let that right thigh move down, and then you'll hinge forward. If you're able to, you're going to bring your right ankle on top of the left knee. But if that's too much for you, you just keep that right ankle crossed. Eventually, as you do this practice more and more, you can do this practice every day. Eventually, you'll be able to get up a little higher, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to start with here. We're going to start with a nice tall spine. We're going to inhale, keep those shoulders back, no shoulders forward, shoulders back. Inhale, neck is nice and long. Exhale, hinge forward. You're going to feel that really deep stretch in your glutes. Inhale, come up. We'll do 2 more. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Inhale, sit back up. And 1 more. We're going to exhale, hinge forward. Good. And we're going to inhale and come back up. Let's bring this right foot down. Now, we're going to stay away from the chair, and we're going to have hands on the chair, and we're going to lean back. So let your shoulders, let your upper back be on the chair, but your spine is long. So we're not going to lean back and slump, okay? We're going to lean back, but we're going to kind of have this spine nice and long, all right? And we're going to stretch this leg out, okay? And we're going to lift the leg, and we're going to lower it. Let's do 2 more of those. Keep that belly pulled in. We're going to lift the leg, and we're going to lower it, working your core, working your legs, your thighs, lift and lower. Good. Now, keep that nice long spine and hug your right knee in. Move it away a little bit. Hug it in a little bit more. Move it away. Good. Hug it in. And 1 more of those. Move the knee away and hug it in. Let's bring that right foot down, and then hands on the chair. We can sit back up nice and straight. We're going to do that whole sequence now on the left leg. So we're going to sit here. We're going to take the left leg out. We're going to do circles. I've got notes down there on the floor if you saw me looking. We're going to do some circles. We're going to circle in the opposite direction. Good. And we're going to put that heel down on the floor. We're going to do a forward fold. So sitting tall, remember, no rounding, no slumping. Sit tall, lift the heart. And we're going to exhale and hinge. You're going to feel that down the back of the leg. Inhale, come up. We're going to exhale and we're going to hinge. Inhale and come up. We're going to exhale and we're going to hinge. And inhale, come up. Bring that left foot to the floor. We're going to do our figure 4. So you can cross the left ankle over the right and just let that left thigh relax down. And then you would hinge forward. That might be where you start. Or you can bring the left ankle up to this right thigh. This left foot is flexed. We're going to sit tall, shoulders back. The chest is lifted. Inhale, with your exhale, hinge forward. You're going to feel that in that outer glute, outer hip, piriformis area. Inhale, come up. We're going to do 2 more. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, come up. Let's do 1 more. Exhale, hinge forward. Good. Inhale, come up. Let's bring that left foot to the floor. We're going to stay at the front of the chair, but we're going to lean back. Nice long spine, lean back. No sinking. We're going to lift. The spine is nice and long. We're going to stretch that left leg out. We're going to work the core here. So we're going to lift the left leg any amount, lower it down, pull the tummy in, lift, lower. Let's do 1 more. Lift and lower. Now keep that nice length in your spine. We're going to hug that left knee into the chest. Move it away a little bit. 2 more. We're going to hug it in. Move it away. 1 more. Hug it in and move it away. Let's bring that left foot down. Hands on the chair. Lift up. Sit tall again. We're still on the front part of the chair. Move your feet so that they're wider than your hips, even wider than the legs of the chair. Toes can point out a little bit. We're just going to do a seated forward fold. So hands on our thighs, shoulders back. Remember, no rounding, no slumping. So nice length in your spine, hands on the knees or thighs. Inhale, and as you exhale, hinge forward any amount. Inhale and come up. Exhale, hinge. It might only even be to here. That's fine. Come up. Let's do 1 more. Exhale, hinge any amount, working on those hips. Inhale and come up. Perfect. Now bring the feet together. We're going to do a seated bridge. What's that mean? What that means is we're going to hold the chair. We're going to be lifting our hips up off the chair. So this is usually done on the floor, but we can also do it in a chair. And don't worry if you only lift your hips a little bit up off the chair. Don't worry if you can't even lift your hips up off the chair. You will get better with consistency. Do this every day and you will get better at it. So we're going to hold the chair. You're going to feel this in your arms, shoulders. So it's a good upper body strengthener as well. We've got that 90-degree angle of our legs. Our knees are over our ankles. We're going to hold the chair. You're going to lean back a little bit and we're going to pull the belly in, zip it up, and we're going to lift the hips up any amount off the chair, lower them back down. We're going to do 2 more of those. Lift the hips, keep that belly pulled in and lower down. And let's do 1 more. Lift the hips, spine nice and long and lower down. Great. Now we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So we're going to round and arch the back, but it's nothing dramatic. It's nothing that's going to be detrimental to your spine, to osteoporosis. We round and arch all day during our daily activity. So we're just going to sit tall. Our back is still away from the back of the chair. We can have hands on the thighs or the knees, and we're going to just exhale and round, bringing your back towards the back of the chair, and inhale and sit tall. Lift the heart. We're stretching that low back. 2 more of those. Exhale, round, tuck the chin. Inhale, arch, lift the chin, squeeze the shoulder blades together. 1 more. Exhale, round, just a little, nothing dramatic. And inhale, lift. Good, sit tall. Now bring the arms down by your side. We're going to close with 3 seated sun breaths. So arms down by your side, spine nice and long. We're going to inhale, bring the hands up. See if they'll come up all the way. If they don't come up all the way, that's okay. Exhale them back down by your side. We're going to inhale up. Maybe they only go this far. Perfectly fine. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. See if maybe the palms will touch. And then exhale, we're going to bring the thumbs down to the heart. Good. And then we'll bring the hands down. So that's it. That's your quick seated sciatic muscle stretch. I hope you enjoyed it. Share it with someone who you think can benefit. Try it every day. It's fast, it's short. You can do it anywhere. I made this in a chair, so you could do it anywhere. You could do it at work. You could do it in an airplane. You could do it in between commercials if you're watching TV. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you'll get a notification whenever I put out a new video. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll see if I can make a video for it. That was the idea for this one. One of the viewers asked for something seated to work the sciatic nerve, sciatic pain. So until next time, namaste. Bye.